Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman, sir. So we need Aadhaar card, but simultaneously the government must also put in place a properly enacted law for the protection of privacy. So the Aadhaar card demands collection of biometric details without concomitant privacy protection. It also permits the sharing of data under a lot of circumstances with private operators also. Sir, initially the Aadhaar card envisaged as a means to help the subsidies and for a seamless distribution of benefits, sir. But now it has become a tool of surveillance. It is unprecedented and nowhere found in any part of the world. Even in the social security number in the US, the details which are required here to be shared by an Aadhaar card holder is not required by the social security card holder in the US. Sir, we are very much concerned only about these two issues, the privacy policy. Our government of India doesn't have a policy for the privacy, and it is against unconstitutional as per Article 21. The Supreme Court otherwise, I would like to point out here two judgments of the Supreme Court. One in 2015, in the case of Justice Puttasamy and another versus India others. The unique identification number or Aadhaar card will be used only for the purpose of other than, and the Union of India shall give wide publicity in the electronic media and television network that it is not mandatory for a citizen to obtain an Aadhaar card. And second, sir, the same Supreme Court has reiterated that the Aadhaar card scheme is purely voluntary and it cannot be made mandatory till the matter is finally decided by the court. And now I would like to point out, considering the constraint of time, two main issues. Recently, the Ministry of Human Resources Development has recently issued a notification that it makes mandatory the students and cooks attached to the flagship midday meal scheme to be enrolled for Aadhaar, and that this process should be completed by 30th June 2017. This move has been taken in a bid to increase transparency and effectiveness. Sir, I would like to say this is in contravention of the judgment of the Supreme Court as well as against the provisions of the National Food Security Act 2013. For this compulsion of Aadhaar card disallows a student to get the benefit of the midday meal scheme. Supposing if a student or a cook does not have an Aadhaar card, he will be deprived of the midday meal scheme, sir. It is totally against the provisions of an already enacted act, that is National Food Security Act. And we know very well the midday meal scheme, how it is being, it benefits a lot of students and how it has encouraged students to come into the school. Actually, midday meal scheme was introduced only to encourage poor people to come to the school. But that scheme is now curtailed by way of this Aadhaar card making compulsory means. Sir, it's a very big issue of concern. And second is this PAN card issue, which is an amendment brought in the recent finance bill. Sir, it says very clearly a failure to provide this number would result in the PAN number being invalidated, and the person would be treated at par with anyone who has not applied for a PAN. Sir, PAN card itself is a proof of identity. And if the Aadhaar card is not shown as a proof of identity, PAN card will be invalidated, means, sir, we don't understand the reason. And why do you expect a person to share his biometric details and other income tax returns through an Aadhaar card? Because they may say it is tamper-proof. It is not so. I'll tell you an example. But other than that, one may argue, when you are going for a passport, you are giving your fingerprints. Why don't you for this? But, sir, the passport details are not shared by anyone else, and no private operator come there, and moreover it is intended for only one purpose, and above all, anyone can choose to remain without a passport. It is not a compulsory one, whereas Aadhaar card is a compulsory one, and you say for PAN card, only if Aadhaar card is there, it will be validated, means, sir, it's a very big issue of concern. And I again to quote, in 2013, I will just read out a passage and then say who wrote this. It was in an article, My Call Detail Records and the Citizen's Right to Privacy. We are now entering the era of the Aadhaar number. The government has recently made the existence of the Aadhaar number. That was when 2013 when the Aadhaar card was introduced. As a condition precedent for undertaking several activities, from registering marriages to execution of property documents, will those who encroach upon the affairs of others be able to get access to bank accounts and other important details by breaking into the system if this ever becomes possible. This was written by Honorable Finance Minister, today Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, then the leader of opposition. So when they were on the other side, they were against the Aadhaar card, questioning about the privacy, and now they are advocating, introducing many other schemes. If you bring everything under the Aadhaar means, there is no privacy existence. I said I'll tell you an example. I think the minister is very much aware of it. Recently, there came a news which was not very well published. The former Indian cricket team captain, Mr. Mahendra Singh Dhoni's wife Shakshi had brought the violation to the Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad's notice. Sir, the director of the Unique Identification Authority of India said it had blacklisted the agency that had erroneously leaked the former Indian cricket team captain Mr. MS Dhoni's Aadhaar details for 10 years. Ajay Bhushan Pandey, PTA reporter, said an investigation had been launched into the matter. Sir, maybe Mahendra Singh Dhoni's wife was able to access to Twitter and she was able to convey to that and it has a big news. But what about Tom, Dick and Harry? If they have an issue, how it will be brought? If my privacy details are shared by anyone, that too through private. Nowadays, hacking is quite possible. Already we are very much harassed by the social media and the developed information technology. And now by way of compulsion of this Aadhaar card information, that to biometric details, sir, it is very, very dangerous. So I would suggest the minister, as I started, yes, we need an Aadhaar card. We are not against it, but the government must be very careful. Now the Supreme Court has advanced the hearing of the issue of the constitutional bench's hearing of the issue of privacy on April 18th. Actually, it was slated to be, I think the minister is very well aware. The constitutional bench, which was to hear about the privacy issue during the occasion period, has now advanced it to April 18, considering the seriousness and importance of the issue. Yes, I am coming, sir. So I would suggest the minister, we are not against the issue of Aadhaar card or possessing an Aadhaar card, but at the same time, the government must be very keen in ensuring that a law properly enacted for the protection of the privacy alone will strengthen the Aadhaar card's purpose, as well as it will also help us to believe that this won't encroach upon the privacy details of any individual person. Sir. Thank you very much.
Dhanyavad.